button. So here we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're we're live right now. We'll do it live.
Let
We'll
me
do it
hear
live.
it.
Yes, we are live right now. Kenny, are you live still on your channel?
No, I left my show
Facebook.
6 minutes. Hang on, 8 minutes ago. I left my channel, but you all must have been delayed because when I came backstage, you said, "I don't think Kenny realizes it's 8 o'clock." I said, "You assholes! I'm sitting right here waiting to get in." Matter with you.
For those of you watching at home or saying,
I wrote your inbox on Facebook saying, "Let me in, bitches! I'm here."
Josh, repeat what Kenny just said.
I have no. It went ear out.
Now, you don't like. Now, here's the thing. We're live tonight. We're uncensored, and Big and Hank. You don't like cussing, do you? You don't like that.
Hank.
I like. We'll just wing it. Just wing it.
Everybody likes it when I cuss.
Yeah, it's gold.
I do it with style and flair. Savoir faire and debonair is what they call me. I am an actual paragon of sartorial pulchritude. I'm going to use words that Josh ain't. Oh, you got the Nutter Butter tonight.
Oh, he's got the Nutter Butter tonight. Ladies and gentlemen.
I have another Butter peanut butter sandwich cookie, please.
Well, of course, I'm going to eat me another peanut butter Nutter Butter sandwich cookie, please.
How long has it been since we did this? 1 year, 2 years, 8 years, and he still can't get it right.
Well, it takes two hands to handle the Whopper, the two-fisted burger at Burger King.
There we go.
That's right.
So there's a name I don't know. I see Justin DB. Now you know how to post the comments on the screen because this is y'all's first YouTube StreamYard show.
Absolutely. Right? We've got some comments already from Justin DiBiase. He says this will be epic.
Facebook, or do y'all have the ability? Can you all add only one stream, or can you add three?
Well, I'm not going to deal with Zuckerberg tonight. We're just doing YouTube tonight.
No Zuckerberg.
No Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg can go back.
How did you like my show tonight? The trollers couldn't get in tonight. We might get some here.
That's what I was going to say. I'm looking forward to the trollers because I know there's a couple.
You like
of them
the trollers?
Out there.
All right.
Well, I like to mess with them. I like to mess/block with them. We'll mess with them then block. But Justin DiBiase checks in. We got Boss Man says Boss Man's in the hizzy for shizzy. We got Doug Freeman in the house. He's got the Nutter Butter. Big Josh, where'd you buy the Nutter Butter at?
Yeah, I haven't seen a Nutter Butter in a while myself. Where'd you see it at?
I bought it. Kroger's. Was on closeout for like $2.47.
Closeout? Nutter Butter on closeout?
Right. Yeah, with the fudge.
I got to get down there and figure out about that. I got to get me.
You guys know today's a special day. It's Groundhog Day.
No, it's Kenny Bolin Day.
It is.
Damn right.
Kenny Bolin
on Groundhog Day. Me and Bill Murray, two of the biggest stars in the business.
I heard that rumor.
Me, Bill Murray, Caddyshack, and Groundhog Day. You keep living the same shit over and over and over again. But tonight we didn't live the same shit over and over because the trollers couldn't get in. Oh, there's probably been about 8 mass suicides today. People jumping off bridges, hanging themselves from short ropes from tall trees. Oh, look at troll Kenny Bolin. Oh my God. Bolin's gonna get people looking mad at me because I suggested those stupid fucks are committing suicide. Don't commit suicide. It ain't worth all that.
Now this is RueTV. Doug Freeman says, "Is that okay?" Kenny. Doug Freeman says, "Is that Kamala?" That's not Kamala Harris. That's Ma Bolin. Rest in peace.
That is Ma Bolin, for crying out loud.
Doug Freeman.
She would have been a Kamala Harris fan, and then that's Oscar below my mother, sitting over there.
Speaking of that,
Virginia painted for me.
Speaking of that, Kenny, and I don't want to make this all about politics, but
I do. Let's go all politics. You saw what a mood I was in last night. Did you see last night's show over
a little bit?
You saw a little bit. You should have saw it all because it was a 4-hour show, and I got the blister morons. I got the blister Trump supporters. I'll do it here. I'll go to everybody. I'll do every podcast in the country just to educate Trump supporters. But go
ahead. Can I get a?
It's your show. Don't let me interrupt you.
Well, then I think people need to know how you feel because we never, and you've been on the show before, you've never touched upon this. Can you cut
Justin DiBiase Ted's son? Is that Ted's son?
There may be a relation there. He says you guys are so damn handsome. I can't take it. Well, thank you.
Well, I don't know about Josh's beard looking good. I mean, let's not get carried away.
Oh, wait a minute. I told him, Kenny. I told him to trim it up before the show.
Did you
trim the fuck?
If that's a trim, then I don't want one.
I said trim upstairs and downstairs.
Well. That's some information we didn't need. Oh God!
Did you listen to me, Josh?
Well, I did the best I could. I just took little scissors. Once like Edward Scissorhands there, man.
You know, Josh could cut that face off and grow a scab. He'd look a lot better.
Oh, I love you too, Mr. Bolin.
Well, I do what I can. You said there is Nutter Butter, and I don't have any. I'm in a mood right now. I want me some Nutter Butter.
Yeah, it's I like a cookie too, Josh. If you can virtually send
See,
them.
without me doing my own show, the comments go much further down because I got shit blocking a lot of the comments over on my show, and I don't, there's a lot of shit I don't have access to right now. I'm not used to that. Me and the Hazelwood.
Yeah, it's going good, but so Kenny, can you cut a mini promo on these idiots, these anti-vax Trumper morons that just we didn't really touch upon this last time. We had a lot of fun last time.
Have you all donated to my charity yet? My promos aren't free. Have you donated to my charity yet? Josh, have you donated yet? Have you sent me a case of Another Butter?
I believe he's going to send you a Hot Wheels.
He's going to send Whoppers.
Josh is going to send you some Hot Wheels.
If he would sell just a tiny fraction of those Hot Wheels, he could buy the bowling alley.
Look at the Hot Wheels behind him. He's got about.
I see him. Has he added more since the last time I was here? I remember his show. Well, you've added more.
Oh hell yeah, he's added more. Absolutely.
Oh, by the way, get rid of Little Vop. We're gonna make them get new Google accounts and for more shit. My charity's a scam, by the way. I'll help you out. Yeah, it's a scam, and you're stupid enough to fall for it, you dumb fuck.
Well, I would like to say peace out to Little Vap Dog. You've just been blocked. So
Little Vap Dog. Little Vap Dog.
Little Vap.
Hey, come on my show.
Think of a better gimmick. Kenny, can you give Little Vap Dog a better gimmick name right now?
Yeah, there's a name for you right there. All right.
Doug Freeman.
Josh didn't lose a tooth. He knows exactly where it's at. It's out in the cornfield where he left it. Knows where his tooth is at. Shut up.
Doug Freeman, you got to smarten up here. Josh, he asked, did you lose a tooth? Doug Freeman.
No. It's like
it ain't lost if you know where it is, right?
No,
it ain't lost.
Yeah. I'm not going to argue.
Did you lose your virginity yet? Yeah, I know exactly where it's at. So, know where I left it.
Down that dark alley. Justin DiBiase,
1976 in a dark alley in LaGrange.
We get Kenny on the show to ratings. Look at this shit. Justin DiBiase chimes in. Kenny, have you watched Cena's new HBO show?
I haven't, but it is on the list. It is on the list to watch. I hear he says fuck more than I do, so Josh Hinkle will not watch that show because they say I can't touch him and fucks in a 30-second period. That he not necessarily Cena, but everybody on the show. Yeah. Apparently, it's like Deadwood in the phrase cocksucker. Have you ever watched Deadwood? Oh my God, it's on HBO Max as well. Yeah.
Thank you, Jake, for sharing the stream. Thank you, Jake Hudson out there. Josh, tell everybody why you don't like cussing.
Hey, why do you not like it?
Well, I do cuss sometimes, but it just depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it can depend. Like my mood last night was off the charts, so I did a lot of cussing last night because I had a lot of stupid, uneducated people that I had
go figure.
Between Trump supporters, anti-maskers, and anti-vaxxers, they irk me due to their selfishness.
Yep.
And I've got close friends I've had to sever ties with because they fucking won't get vaxxed. They won't mask up when they're out in public. Then they get fucking COVID. One of my dear friends in the wrestling business has been laid up in a fucking hospital for 12 days.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's great because he beat it after 12 days. Well, my son is triple vaxxed. He's had COVID. When he didn't have COVID, it knocked him on his ass. It took him a few days to get over. He got vaxxed up. He's triple dosed now. And the next time he got it, it was like the common cold for a couple of days. Yeah. So he was in bad shape for 12 fucking days.
Yeah.
And now I hear he's back at the gym participating with people with no mask on. And he doesn't even know if he's still positive or not because he refused to get vaxxed. His doctor told him not to. I said, well, that'd probably be a good doctor not to fuck. I got 4 doctors at U of L. I'm on blood thinners. I'm on all that shit.
Where was the doctor that told him when he was sitting on the toilet taking a shit? Or
I don't know. I think it was Trump's doctor that said Trump would live to be 200 if he just alter his diet a little bit. That stupid fucker's now a congressman. That shows they'll put stupid people in office.
Jake Hudson says
Bolin podcast. Well, there's a crown back there to prove that, I guess. So,
Speaking of podcasts, Kenny, I heard that shoot promo you delivered to one.
We got another one. We got another one. Let's get rid of your son. Just block that one.
Yeah.
Now they can go make another.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you got to get creative about it. So goodbye.
By the way, I'm a scammer. So yeah.
Well, I
got all kinds of Filipino people to come on my show and I never got no money. Yeah.
What I heard was Kenny is the one, the scammer behind the NFTs.
Get rid of the great. Get rid of the great. He's gone already. There will be no Joe Rogan promotions going in. These numbers are going to go down in a hurry. No Joe Rogan promotion on any show I'm on.
Let me give him a second. Let's explain to the world why Joe Rogan is sort of a semi piece, full piece of garbage.
Full on piece of shit. There you go. Josh, help me out with the cussing anytime you want to chime in.
Josh, go ahead.
Just take a big bite of Nutter Butter and then get your fuck on.
Oh my fucking God. Hold on. Fuck.
Oh,
he did it.
He did it.
He's with me.
Kenny pulled it out of him. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen watching at home, you're watching RueTV Live. Our guest tonight is Kenny Bolin. If you're just tuning in right now, just Josh Hinkle on the show. I'm sorry, Demon Johnny V couldn't be here. I don't know where the hell he's at.
Block the great. He's still here.
Great. He has the biggest podcast in the world. Okay, let me get rid of it.
No, you don't. I got the biggest podcast in the world because I help the most people. I possess that now. Thank you, man. Plus, I got Spotify to crack down on Ojo. Now, it didn't do any good. He put out misinformation hours after he said he wasn't going to do that no more. So I think he's messing around. I think now that the king has left Spotify, I think we got their attention over there. Neil Young watch that? Get it done, but
Neil Young gave him the double bird. Now, did you watch the video that Joe Rogan posted the other day?
I did. I saw it on CNN. They played it.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Kenny?
Just full of shit. He just double talked his way through it, the way politicians do, the way Republicans do. When they say, "Well, do you want Trump to run for office again?" and then they will double talk you for fucking. No, they don't want him to, but they don't want to lose his cult that will vote for them. And so he just double talked his way through it. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start having more experts on after I put up my bullshit. I mean, in layman's talk, that's what he said. I'm going to post my fucking misinformation shit, and then I'm going to bring an expert on to tell you the truth. Well, he didn't even do it. It took him like 4 hours before he started putting misinformation out again, and then had nobody to correct his stupid fucking ass. So fuck him. Fuck anybody that supports him.
He softens his opinion on that video
because Pat Leahy. Fuck Pat Leahy too, by the way.
He's saving his face because Spotify is making him millions and millions of dollars.
He's only on Spotify. He's only on Spotify. So and if they get rid of him, who else is going to pay? Amazon Music, iHeartRadio,
right? So he can't go full QAnon on he's going to get. So he's got to appease the other side. It's sort of like. Yeah.
Can't mention that name in this house. Big trouble.
I guess we're probably getting banned for just bringing it. Anyway, what I was saying was, I think it was on Sportskeeda, Kenny. You dropped a pipe bomb promo on somebody.
I've been told that
on somebody that we all know, and his name is Bubba Ray Dudley, aka Bully.
Get rid of Doyle. That goes away real quick.
Oh, I'm
they've been loading up for this show because they know they can't get in on mine anymore.
Okay, let's see.
Doyle, that's
I'll get rid of Doyle. Let me see. Somebody says, Josh. Justin Kemple. Josh, I got some Hot Wheels for you. Hit him up. Justin Kemple.
Good. Yeah, get rid of Doyle there. Get that.
All right. Doyle says.
No. We don't read what he says, or you defeat the fucking purpose. Block his ass.
Let's see. Justin Shane, thank you.
I'll go back and do my show and get the big numbers. So because the troll can't get in over that. Josh will pick up his tooth and come with me. Josh, come over and do my show.
I like these. I want the stack of lists of people. Justin DiBiase says, I would like to know who will be your Valentines on the 14th. Who is that for? Justin?
I don't know. It might be for Justin. It might not be for me.
It might be for
you. Got to specify. There's 3 people sitting here, you morons. To specify who you're talking to.
Hank, can you tell Starmaker
Big Bang Hank? It's Big Bang Hank. Yeah.
Big Bang Hank, can you tell Starmaker Bolin who your crush is? And you know who it is. That blonde-haired that blonde-haired vixen. Tell everybody. Tell the world right now.
Oh, I'm anxious to hear.
Well, yeah, it's my favorite singer of all time, former Impact Wrestling backstage reporter, Goldilocks.
Oh,
I don't know Goldilocks very well. I know of her. Not a bad-looking young lady. My crushes in wrestling of people I've never met.
Okay.
I love the ring announcer that was at the Rumble. I don't know who she is. That brunette. Oh, what a guy! I don't even know her name.
Is that Italian girl?
I guess she's got dark hair. Pretty eyes and sexy thighs.
What's her name? What's her name, Josh? What's her name?
I have no idea.
Big Bang Hank probably knows her name.
Look her up. Look her up. Right
Whoever
now.
she is, the one that was the ring announcer during the Royal Rumble, I've never seen her before, never heard of her. But not only is she astonishingly good looking, but she's also very good on introducing the guys. So never seen her before, but she got my attention. Let's see. I love Asuka. I've never met Asuka, but we follow each other on Twitter. We write back and forth from time to time, and we have the exact same furniture, only mine is covered up with a blanket to keep the dogs from roughing it up.
I got it.
Got it. Josh, you got it. What's it got? What's the name? What's the name of this girl?
Give me a name. Give me an address.
Samantha Irvin.
Ooh.
Okay, Samantha Irvin. I got the name wrong. Then I was thinking of Charlie Caruso.
Can you show a picture of her? Can you hold her picture up to the camera there? Do we have a photograph of Samantha? So I can make sure it's the same one. Big Bang Hank. That's a great name. Doug
Freeman says if Big Bang Hank were a manager, he could spank people. The Big Bang Hank spank.
Big Bang Hank spank. I like that. Hank, have you ever managed a match before? You ever done anything in pro wrestling?
Nope.
All right. Blocked Phil.
Phil. You know it's
and by the way, before he goes, this big fat fuck piece of shit lives up in Indianapolis. He's 38 years old. He lives with his daddy. That's her.
Okay.
And he wouldn't get a membership because he thought that I could see their credit card information. That's how bright this 38.
Who's that? Phil Connor?
So if I see trollers in here tonight, I'm going to reveal what stupid.
Well, whatever his real name isn't Phil Connor, because I believe Phil Connor was the name of Bill Murray and Groundhog.
No, I think it's his real name because the stupid fuck. I'll tell you how I know, because he's so fucking stupid that he called my landline to troll me during the show, because most everybody knows my fucking landline number. It's on the business cards I send all my fans. It ain't no big fucking secret. I've had the same number for 50 years. Mm-hmm. And this stupid fuck tries to troll me. Doesn't realize that phones have caller ID. We called his big dumb ass right back and threatened him. We've had the police go to his house. We've done it. And he's such a hermit, he won't even leave his fucking house. The police can't get him to leave to arrest their fucking ass. So he's done in here too. So he got his one shot. He scammed me out of $10. Let me tell you something, you stupid fat fuck. The day I have to worry about somebody that scammed me out of $10, and then you live with your father, you're 38 years old, you're as uneducated as they get, you're a fucking idiot, you're a moron, a fool, a goof, albatross. You know what an albatross is? An albatross is a big ugly bird that brings doom and gloom everywhere it goes, and that's what you are. And you're addicted to me. You have a sexual attraction to me because you make all these countless accounts and you come to all my shows everywhere I go, Sportskeeda. You have been coming to my show because you have a sexual attraction to me. Get over it, you fat punk. You're done. It's your daddy. Your daddy pays your rent. Your daddy buys your food. He manages whatever money you have. I'm sure some type of mental disability. So you wanted on the show tonight. You wanted to bitch about your $10 that I scammed you out of. I don't know what the fuck I got $10 from him for.
Well, I think
the idiot donated, and then he said something stupid, and he got banned from the show. Well, that happens a lot.
All right, let's stop putting him over.
Big Bang Hank Spank. If you saw him in person, you'd beat his ass, wouldn't you? Big Bang Hank, do you live with your daddy at 38 years of age, and does your daddy pay all your bills? And if he does, then I congratulate you, because I wish I lived with my daddy and was 38 and paid all my bills. I'm jealous of this fucking fat motherfucking idiot.
Josh, can you tell us?
He spends his life trying to be a part of mine. How motherfucking sick can you be that you want to dedicate your entire life to it? Well, that's enough on him.
Yeah, we got to stop putting them
over. Any other trollers want to come in tonight and be embarrassed and made a fool out of, and everybody telling
putting them over. Josh,
if you think that's being put over, then you don't know what put over means. That's the opposite of being put over. That's called being exposed.
By mentioning Kenny, by mentioning him, you're giving him.
$10, I gotta pay Daddy the rent.
Giving him a rub just by mentioning.
What's his rent money? It's $10. Look at even Scooby's upset. Come here, Scott.
Dougie Freeman in the chat says, Kenny, do you think Big Bang Hank could manage a match? Does he have potential to be a manager?
Oh hell yeah. As Big Bang Hank and the Hank Spank. And he would probably want to manage women's matches because he would get a thrill out of spanking those women. I know he would. I know what type of guy he is. So there's a big, if you can ever spank women on television again, probably not anytime soon. Big Bang Hank's your guy.
CM Gonzo says, Big Josh Hinkle, how you doing?
CM Gonzo's a regular on my show. He's a badge
I'm,
member.
How you doing, Sam Gonzo?
I think Doug Freeman needs to get a badge. Come on over to my show. He seems to like what's going on over here. Is this one fall with a 1 hour time limit, or until I get tired of talking?
Well, I like to keep it a nice tight hour, but we can keep going. I mean, Kenny.
Well, I'll determine when this show's over.
Yeah,
oh boy,
calls the shots.
Josh, oh shit, we're going 4 hours tonight, like the bowling alley did last night.
Josh, you've been eating the Nutter Butters while I've been talking. How many have you been eating so far?
Yeah, how many Nutter Butters have you eaten? I ain't got shit over here. I was going to make a chicken pot pie tonight, but it takes about an hour to cook.
Leave it in.
There you go. Let me read this one. Here's another troller. See, let me read it first.
Bad news.
Never had a job that Cornette didn't get him. Well, you're a fucking idiot. Matter of fact, I got Cornette his last job that he got. Never had a real job. Oh, let's see. Humana, Kroger, mortgage business. Yeah, I had a couple. Let's see. Lives off taxpayers and scams. Marks. He can't spell because he's an idiot. That's probably a dumb fuck up in Indiana.
Well, do we get the hook? We're getting the hook.
And he makes money off fake charities. Well, let me tell you something, you stupid fuck. And I'm not even going to mention your idiot name. Let me tell you something. That just makes you a fool because you are another one of these people, the same one, that follows me everywhere I go so you can be a part of my life. You used to donate to my scam charity, which makes you a dumb fuck if that's what you were doing. So we'll dedicate a little time to the trollers tonight. If you think you're so fucking smart, which obviously you're not. That's how you got banned to begin with. Yeah. If I were doing all the things you all accuse me of, and then I sit on here and yeah, I'm a scammer, I'm a con man, this, that, and the other. Don't you think there's enough investigative enforcement in the state of Kentucky that I would be shut down in a heartbeat? But no, because you're fucking idiots. I got a receipt for they're photoshopped. I wish I was that good at Photoshop. I wish I was that good at fooling so many people, you fucking moron of a goddamn. But this is making his day because no one knows who he is. No one pays any attention to him. His daddy wants $10 for rent.
Kenny, and this is what I was telling you.
Well,
you're giving him a rub just by mentioning him. So anyway, Doug Freeman wants to know Cornette versus Russo. Who wins?
Well, this is your show. Who's watching anyway?
Yeah, right. Seriously. Doug Freeman wants to know Cornette versus Russo. Who wins in a fight?
Russo beats him within a quarter inch of his life. That's why when Cornette wanted to fight Russo when he lived down in Evansville, Cornette calls me and he says, "Yeah, I'm going to fight Russo, man. I'm going to go to his house." I called a realtor I know, and they gave me his address. I said, "Well, that realtor is going to be fired because you can't do that. Give me the name of the realtor." Well, of course, now that I've told him the realtor is going to be fired, he didn't want to give me the name. So I said, "No, Jimmy, he don't want fucking shit to do with you." I said, "You're the one obsessed, not him." He actually wanted to meet with you at Golden Corral with me and Chris as mediators to talk out your differences, shake hands at the end of the dinner, and then go your separate ways if that's how it needed to go. He's wanted to fix things with you for a long time. You're the one obsessed because in the two companies that you worked for with Russo, they picked Russo over you because he can get along with people, whether you like his booking or not, and you can't.
Right.
It's your way or the highway, and everybody's a dumb fuck, and everybody's a fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. And he can actually get along with people. So that's why they picked him over you. And guess what, Jimmy? You would hate me as well if I had to work there, because guess what? They would have picked me over you. Right. Other than that, I don't give a shit about booking. I just do my own shit. I don't like to book a whole show. But if I did, they would have picked me over Jimmy. Because I can get along with people. I've never been fired from a wrestling company in my life. I worked 17 years at Ohio Valley Wrestling. I've turned down more jobs than Jimmy's ever been offered. And for the person that, well, he never got a job, Jimmy didn't get him. I guess the only job he got me was ring announcer at Smoky Mountain Wrestling because I was a friend and I worked at a fraction of the price for him that a real ring announcer would have wanted. That's why I got the ring announcer job there. I got him hired at Ohio Valley Wrestling because I'd already been there for 2 years, you stupid fucks. So any of you people that think that, you're just ignorant, moronic fucks. You don't have functioning brain cells. You're idiots. You shouldn't be allowed to walk the streets in public because you're a danger to society because you don't do your research. You don't do your homework. I got Jimmy his job at OVW. Yeah, he was friends with Danny Davis, but I had been at OVW for 2 years. He found out I was at OVW and wanted me to pave the way and come up with a way to do this developmental situation.
We got some questions here from
Do we have any other stupid fucks in here that got stupid?
Well, we got some questions for Big Josh. Justin DiBiase says,
Wait a
Josh,
minute. You got the king, you got the Starmaker, the man that managed, and people are asking Big Bag Hank questions. He's on here every week.
Josh, did they put the fire out yet on your street? Somebody asked.
Who started the fire?
Well, there was a
Billy
fire.
Joel wants to know.
I woke up Sunday morning, 6:30. My neighbor's house across the street caught on fire.
Oh my God! What'd you do?
Well, the neighbors across the street called the fire department, and they came over, and for like 2.5 hours, they put out the fire. I got sick from breathing in the smoke and the chemicals and shit.
That's not good.
Shit. That's not.
But I'm all right.
Block Tinkle. Get that.
Yeah. So anyway, here, Big Josh Tinkle says,
No. Don't read what he said. Block
people.
No. Block him.
I think that's it. You know what, Josh? I think that's the pickle troll. I think that's the pickle.
Probably
troll.
so. Probably.
He's back. He's back.
And 10 pounds heavier.
Yeah, he's eating too many pickles. Doug Freeman says,
you would
when
think,
are the unlimited Applebee's riblets and fingers back?
Block Bad Mooch. Get Bad Mooch out of here.
Bad Mooch, that's fine. Yeah. Buy Bad Mooch.
That's okay. They're going to keep making accounts. You ain't losing your viewers. They just keep making accounts because they got no life anyway.
Bad Mooch, come back when you're good Mooch. Cornet, okay. Josh, I got a question for you.
Block jacked up. There we go. Well, we'll just sit here
All
for an hour.
rubbish.
Block people. Don't matter.
Cornet would kick his ass.
No, you're reading it. Don't read it. Block the motherfucker. God damn, you're defeating the fucking purpose. What's the matter with you? Do I have to have Big Bag Hank take over the show?
Do you think, Kenny? Let's be realistic here.
I don't like being realistic.
No, well, I'm going to do it because I think people need to ask this, and I know you hold a lot of. Do you think down the line one day you and Jimmy?
No. See, I didn't even let you ask it. No,
but you know what I'm asking.
Why?
You know what I'm. You know what I'm asking.
Why? Because he's gotten worse. Jimmy has his own shit he's dealing with. He's gotten worse. He does is say racist shit, womanizing shit. He's been fired from every company he's worked for. Name me one he didn't. He lost Smoky Mountain Wrestling because he spent all the people's money, all of his investors' money. He lost that in like 3 years or however long it was. Okay. He's a racist. Don't think because he supported Obama that he's not a racist. If you want, just Google or YouTube search the one where he's caught saying the N-word 16 fucking times. Yeah. Can't find anything with me saying the N-word. And my biological father, was leader of the KKK. And you can't find a fucking video or audio of me saying the N-word. If anyone had the right to say it, look where I was raised. I was raised by 3 out of 4 families being some of the biggest racist assholes you ever saw. And all those families are out there going, oh, God, I wonder if we're the racist family. Because racists don't even realize they're racist. It just spews out of their mouth. I assure you, Jimmy does not think he's a womanizer. He just hates what women do. I assure you, he doesn't think he's a racist. He just doesn't like people that aren't white, that are as white as him and privileged as him. That's his problem. And then he wanted me to die, his best friend for 45 years. He wanted me to die so he could have my son killed. And I got the email to prove it. He sent the email to a former podcast host of mine who he thought I was enemies with. And then they forwarded it to me, trying to get back in my good graces. And I went along with that for a little bit to get my hands on the email. And and he will pay for that one day. You don't wish me dead so you can kill my son and think you're going to get by with it.
I've never gotten along with it.
Would you forgive anybody that wanted to kill? Do you have any kids?
No, but I would definitely.
Thank God you're not reproducing. Big Bag Hank, you got any kids?
Nope.
Well, thank to God you're not reproducing. But if you did have kids, and if somebody wanted to kill them, you'd probably be pretty upset about that, right?
All right, we got some questions here.
You both got mothers, right?
Yes.
If Jimmy sent an email to your friend, you had one. You got here somehow.
Don't fuck with me,
Big Bag Hank. You had a mother at one point.
Right.
Somebody had your ass. Unless you were born by the goddamn squatting of an ostrich, you got here somehow.
Yeah, it's true.
No, if somebody threatened to kill your mother, would you forgive them?
Nope.
No.
And if they wanted you to die so they could kill your mother, would you forgive them?
Hell no.
No, you would not. So there you go. Put that into your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a pipe bomb itself. Speaking of pipe bombs, Jake Hudson says, Bolin, what do you think about CM Punk and AEW?
I don't think much about it because I told everybody that the ratings would be a temporary spike, and that's exactly what they've been. He hasn't done anywhere near what they thought they would do. The Punk had been out of the business. How long? 8, 9 years, something like that? How long had he been out? And then he comes
since
back and
14.
and they don't give him the match that they want. He's got ring rust on him.
Well,
Of course he does.
He's working the night. He's working MJF tonight.
Is he working tonight? Now, the only reason I'm going to tune into AEW tonight, I'm recording the show, and I haven't watched one in quite some time.
So
I am tuning in later tonight, and I'm going to go through my little speed search on my YouTube TV the way non-marks watch wrestling. They get YouTube TV and record it, and they speed through all the shit. Right. And I'm going to speed through all the shit on AEW tonight, and I'm going to find Danhausen. And if Danhausen's up there tonight, I'll see what Danhausen does. Well, I assume she passed away, Doug Freeman, when he said, no, I don't have a mother. Well, he had one. Unless he died during birth, which I can understand.
No, my mom died last November the 1st, 2020.
I remember that. We talked about it. We talked about it. So I remember and my mother hangs on the wall, as you see there, and she died 4 years ago, January the 5th. I miss my mother, too.
Absolutely.
But I had one. I had a mother, and if Jimmy threatened to kill my mom, I'd he won't leave his house, so I can't.
You gotta, it's like you gotta cut ties when you gotta cut ties, and you have to respect people's decisions. Justin DiBiase asked, Kenny, do you have any tongue twisters tonight for Big Bang Hank? Do you have any tongue twisters? Can you think of any? Can you think of any tongue twisters?
I'm going to give Big Bang Hank a pickup line. I've already said it earlier tonight, but I want to see if Hank can handle it. And it's not really a tongue twister. I guarantee you he can't spell any of the three words.
All right.
But most of us can't, so don't be offended by that. Next time you walk into a bar, Big Bang Hank, or a grocery store, or a produce department, or a convenience store, I want you to walk up and you just put your elbow on the counter and you look at her and you go, oh, my dear, you are an absolute paragon of sartorial pulchritude. Can you do that? Let me see what you got. Get rid of TC. Don't read it. Don't scan it. Just get rid of TC. Boy, I told you they'd be over here big time tonight because they can't get into the King show anymore. So get rid of him.
These are Cornette cronies, right?
Yeah. Well, just dumb fucks in general. Doesn't necessarily have to be a Cornette crony, but
yeah. All right, Josh, say it again.
What's the maximum live viewers you've had in here tonight? Because I can't see it on my end. Maximum
was about 25, I think.
25. What do y'all normally average over here?
This is my first live stream. I do everything post-production.
Well,
this is my first one.
So it only shows you the subscribed YouTubers. It doesn't show you the non-subscribed.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, so then afterwards you get
because we'll end the show and we'll see we had 40, 50, 30, whatever the fuck we had. I think our record was the night I ratted Cornette out and we got 375 live views. That was from 375 subscribers. I have 3,000 subscribers or getting real close to it. But it doesn't show you the non-subscribe because we'll click the show. It ended. We had 40, 50, 60 views, whatever. Yeah. And then you get to the end and there's 200, 300, 400, 500 views. So it doesn't show you. So I wish they had all subscribed and make the numbers look better. But what do you do? I heard Danhausen shows his eyebrows.
Shaves his eyebrows, hence his makeup.
His eyebrows. Yeah, okay. See if I can
I think he ripped off of me. I have barely any eyebrows. Josh, you got some nice
U of L got rid of their coach, and he was creepy looking. He didn't have any. People that don't have eyebrows, kind of, see, Big Bank's got some. I ain't worried about Big Bank. Lift your hat up. Let me see what you got going on there.
Oh, look at that. I have a natural.
Oh, that's scary, man. That's scary. Put that hat back down. You're scaring the fuck out of it. Danhausen. Danhausen. If you painted your face up like Danhausen, you'd have a gimmick going.
I was a zombie once. I might as well. We got a question. Oh, Kenny.
Yeah.
Repeat the love line to Hank so he can say it, please.
Pardon me, my dear, but you are an absolute paragon of sartorial pulchritude. There you go. That'll get any woman in the country. They just melt.
All right,
Paragon of. I'm sorry. I couldn't hear that
last part. Start from the top. So I'm going to give it to you one more time, and then you got to do your best. Just do your best. Pardon me, my dear, but you are an absolute paragon of sartorial pulchritude. There you go. See what you got.
Damn it, motherfucker! Fuck.
Just give it your best shot, just like you did with another butter peanut pickles. Well, no, he can cuss. This is
what? If you want to just make him do the nutter butter gimmick again, he can say that.
Can I have another peanut butter sandwich cookie, please?
Can I have another peanut butter sandwich cookie, please?
He actually got that. I think he got it. Did he get it? That's close enough. That's 90% of it.
It's good enough.
That's the best he's ever done.
Yeah. Wait, here's another butter peanut butter.
Whopper, the two-fisted burger at Burger King.
Jazz hands. Yeah, cookies.
Special sauce, lettuce, cheese, 2 off beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. That's McDonald's.
Delicious.
Can you do that one?
Delicious.
Nope.
2 all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, and they haven't ran that commercial in a long fucking time.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I can't tell you what I had for dinner yesterday, but I can give you the Big Mac theme.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, we are live with Kenny.
Suave does what theirs does for less than half the price. That's an easy one.
Kenny, tell the people at home.
I got some Suave right here. Y'all want to know why I got all my hair and why I look so good? I use Suave hair conditioner. I use it once a year, whether I need it or not. I got so much of it left.
Kenny, tell the people at home, whether they know or not, who you managed in OVW and WWE in a dark match. I believe his name was Jonathan something.
Jonathan something. What is his fucking name? If you want to see why I'm a big deal in the wrestling business, I've beaten people that big stars in the wrestling business have never beat. I've done something that Jerry the King Lawler has never done. I have beaten fair and square right in the middle of the ring. You can ask anybody that was there or anybody that watched it on YouTube. I have beaten and defeated John Cena. I beat the world heavyweight champion. As a matter of fact, I have beaten every world champion there is. I have beaten the ECW champion when I beat Mark Henry. He's held the ECW title. I've beaten people that have held the WCW title, which I think John Cena held a version of it when it came to the WWE for a little bit. He held the actual WCW belt. I've beaten the Big Show. I've beaten Rob Conway, the NWA champion. I've beaten Jerry the King Lawler. It's in the record books. Did I pin him? No, he wasn't going to do that. But he got disqualified, which made me the victor. So I beat, and all the belts Lawler held, the AWA title, the Intercontinental or whatever the fuck, the ICW. They were ICW or something like that. They come up. Somebody out there remembers. They came up. They kind of formed their own company and came up with their own title. I was in Rupp Arena the night they invented the title. So he had that one. I forgot what it's called though.
All right, we got to block some
maybe it was
here.
ICW.
Super ugly fan. What is that? Is that a show or something? What is Super Ugly? I don't know what the Super Ugly is.
Yeah, get rid of them. They're trying to insult my friend Big Bag Hank. Get rid of it. At least they admitted they're ugly.
This guy really gets my go. Get him out of there. He really gets my go. Get rid of that guy. Let's see who else we got.
When you're on this show, you're all going to be super ugly.
CM Gonzo says, "What about world champion Russo?"
Let me answer Carl, and then we're going to block him. He don't mention me because he's a chicken shit. He's a chicken shit. He don't mention me because I live 4.5 miles away from him. He don't mention me because he knows this family knows shit that he doesn't want to go to court. His attorney threatened to sue us and threatened to take us to court. We said, I hope you do, because that gives us subpoena power and we can bring people to court to testify about things that Jimmy probably doesn't want to talk about. Jimmy also knows that I can beat his ass any fucking day of the week. I've whipped him every fucking time we ever had a fight. If Jimmy ever wants to fight me, I live on the Cherokee Triangle, fuckers. Everybody knows where I live. I'm easy to find, and he can easily find me. So if he ever thinks he's real tough, like when he wanted to beat Russo up, but he wanted to take a ball bat and a gun with him in case Russo got lucky, such a pussy, he didn't even want to fight Russo in a fair fight. I assure you, he didn't want to fight me at 600 pounds, and he don't want to fight me at 312 pounds. He's a pussy. He talks a lot of shit about people that he knows won't fight him or ain't going to spend the time and effort to get to him. I live 4.5 miles away from Jimmy Cornette's house that has a gate that don't work. He will never mention my name. He will never challenge me to a fight. He will never challenge my son to a fight. Oh, yeah, he might want to kill us. He might want us dead, but he ain't going to challenge us to a fair fight because he will get his fucking ass handed to him on a silver platter. He better bring his little gun he's so proud of because he's going to need it. Because my son will take it away from him and shove it up his ass. I ain't that fast. I can't take his gun away from him. But if he steps up on me in a fair fight, I'll knock his goddamn teeth down his throat for threatening to kill my son. He's lucky I don't get his ass put in jail because I got an email that'll put his ass in jail if he ever wants to fuck with me. So that's why he don't mention my name, because he's terrified of what would happen if he did. Because he ain't going to challenge me. Yeah. He ain't going to challenge my son. He's a pussy, and he won't fuck with neither one of us. So fuck you, block him.
I just did. I got a couple things, and I have to get something very, very important, Kenny.
We got 19 minutes left.
Doug Freeman says, can Big Bang Hank take a bump? Have you ever backyard wrestled?
That I don't know. I haven't seen Big Bang.
Is your bed? Where's your bed, Big? You're in your bedroom right now, right, Josh?
Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy did hit me with the tennis racket in.
Where's the bed?
In some fucked up town in Henry County.
Is the bed behind? Is the bed behind you, Josh?
No.
Where's it at?
That way.
Can you tilt the camera and do a back bump on the bed for us?
No, I can't.
Why is that?
I can't.
Well, you break the bed, goddammit. What's the matter with you?
Yep.
All right,
break the bed.
That makes sense.
He wants to sleep tonight. You don't want to sleep on the floor with the cockroaches.
Well, we love
cockroaches. As a matter of fact, if you go to Hinkle's house late at night, you'll see about 4,000 cockroaches, all of them driving their own Hot Wheel. Every one of them. And then they drive them back, put them back in the package, and Hinkle never even knows they were there. And can you see 4,000 Hot Wheels riding around with cockroaches going, yeah.
Joe Ryan,
Fast
and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Don't doubt it. I'd pay to see 4,000 cockroaches driving Hot Wheels, by the way. If anybody wants to animate that, I'll check that out.
Josh, can you
tell I'm in a rare mood tonight? This is too good a show for you guys. This is too good. I should be doing this on my own show.
Thank you, kid. Josh, can you confirm or deny cockroaches in your place of residence?
There's no cockroaches here, thank God.
No, you don't see them. They come out late at night. They steal your Hot Wheels. There's about 4,000 of them. They all got names. I know most of them's names. They tell me what Hot Wheel they're driving. One of them drives your Batmobile Hot Wheel. Did you know that?
Oh God.
Yeah, sure do.
Please.
Yeah, they're talented. I mean, I wouldn't think that. Have you seen the goldfish drive a car? You think I'm fucking with you? Have you seen the goldfish drive a car? Have you seen that? They train the goldfish to drive a car. If you can train a goldfish to drive a fucking SUV, you can train 4,000 cockroaches to drive Hot Wheels. It can be done. Trust me. Have I ever lied to you, Big Bang Hank? I haven't lied. As a matter of fact, I want this broken down to its own segment and put out somewhere. Kenny Bolin explains to Josh Hingle that 4,000 cockroaches are driving his Hot Wheels.
Okay,
man. I wouldn't lie to anybody.
No,
Cornette ain't going to fight me, and cockroaches drive his cars. That's why Jimmy don't mention my name.
Yeah, I don't think
anytime he wants to challenge me or my son to a fight, he ain't gonna drive here because he don't know how to parallel park, and he can't park on Cherokee Road. So we'll beat him wherever the fuck he wants to beat us at, or individually. He ain't gonna fight either one of us, and he definitely ain't gonna fight my son. Brock Lesnar don't want to fight my son.
I think you got a new. I think you got a Kenny. I think you might have got a new fan here, and Doug Freeman. He says, "Kenny, would you knife edge chop Big Bang Hank if he was in front?"
I don't need a knife edge drop on Big Bang Hank. I can just put a little side headlock on him and make him pass out wanting Nutter Butters.
Yep,
right. He got that right. I put him in that headlock long enough, he's gonna start thinking about fudge covered Nutter Butters, and he's gonna pass out, and he ain't gonna make it.
I'll tap out, King. How's that?
Well, all right. Well, I might not let go though, and you still might pass out, and you still might not get any Nutter Butters. I'll eat them. I'll eat all the Nutter Butters while you're sleeping on the
Good God.
There you go.
Big Bang Hank, do you ever mention my name when I'm not on this show? Do you ever challenge me to a fight? Well, Big Bang Hank never mentioned Cornette's name. No, he won't, because I'll beat his ass, and I'll take his 4,000 Hot Wheels and all of his cockroaches home with me, and I'll let them ride around my house. Because that's entertaining.
Have an image of
look, Bolin's got 4,000 cockroaches driving Hot Wheels around his house. Ain't that cute? That'd be a great video. I'd do that tomorrow.
It would be. That'd be money. CBS should pick that up.
Money in the bank, Hank.
Yes, CBS sitcom.
They actually named a pay-per-view after Big Bang Hank. Y'all didn't even. And they used my briefcase. You see my briefcase? That's where the money in the bank. That's where that came from.
Yeah, the Bolin service.
That's a shoot. They came down and they said, "Bolin, we got to get you in the briefcase up to the WWE." Well, apparently Stephanie and Triple H didn't like me too well. I don't know why. Maybe because we'd said a lot of shit about.
So speaking of that, Kenny, I gotta get your take on this. Today, I'm at work today, and I hear this news that Vince McMahon fired his own effing son today.
All right, now I'm gonna have to educate some people.
Hit me, yeah. Smart.
I actually had Joey Smith, who's a big fan of the show. Joey, I think, was on my show last night. Joey gave me the news on that. Well, no, actually, it was J.J. Arwood, former producer on my show.
Okay.
He sends me this information. I hear that Shane McMahon has been fired. Now, back, I said, well, why did they fire Shane McMahon, and who the fuck did that?
Yeah,
I know his last name. Who got the fun of firing Shane McMahon? Who got to do that? He said, well, I heard that he booked the Royal Rumble, and that he
put himself over.
He put himself over and made himself the star of the Rumble. I said, well, he probably should have. I think it's probably one of the bigger pops of the night. When you got 22 fucks in there that I didn't even know who the hell they were. I said, you had 22 people and Randy Orton. That's what I saw. I don't know who most of these dumb fuckers were.
Oh, yeah.
And, I said, no, Shane was really the only surprise of the night. He's the only one that I wasn't sure was going to be in it. I heard he was there, and I heard he might be in it. So he wasn't really a total surprise, but I heard he might be in there. So one of my that apparently knows more about wrestling than I do. I think it was Joey Smith. So if you're watching, Joey, I'm going to give you some shit. He said, well, I think it's a work. I said, okay. Well, so number one, it's not.
No.
Because I got
no.
I got inside information from people that were in the Rumble that weren't happy about what he did.
Right.
Here's why it's not a work, ladies and gentlemen. Why do you work? It's like people thought me and Cornette were a work for 5 years. What's the payoff that me and Jimmy would hate each other for 5 years?
There is
What's
no payoff.
The payoff?
None.
Where's that going? Oh, hey, Kenny, don't you love how we worked everybody for 5 years and never spoke a word to each other? Yeah, it was funny, wasn't it, Jimmy? What did we get out of that? 5 years of misery? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, nothing.
So the reason it's not a work, and let me explain it to you for people that ain't smart enough to figure it out. If you can't talk about it on television, well, Shane McMahon fired his son because he booked himself to look good in the Royal Rumble. Well, when that comes out of somebody's mouth, I'll admit I was wrong, and it was a work.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. Why would you work something you can't talk about? It's not a work. Now, is he gone for good? Has all of his duties been taken? I didn't know he had any duties to begin with because Shane really liked working with this bunch of clowns. Well, Shane likes to do his own shit.
I did a little research. 2014.
Well, do a lot of research and you'll get better results.
He sold his share in the company, and old stock in
I
2014. So he was hired. Whatever he was fired from, I assume it was just as a talent. He wasn't running shit. You know, I don't know what kind of animosity he and his dad had because
get rid of Perry Gasaway. He's in here running his dick again. So
it was initially
he's already been blocked on my shows.
Before Hunter had a heart attack or whatever he had, it was initially
it took Perry all day long to try and come up with that, and that's as good as he got. So block his ass. He's done.
Perry Gasaway, you are going, my man.
Yeah,
speaking of questions, Jake Hudson has a question.
Fucking moron. That's why he can't get on my shows anymore.
Jake says, "What do you guys think about Mickie James in the Rumble? Also, what do you think about the WrestleMania sign catching fire at the Rumble?" I'll say about the WrestleMania sign catching fire is an omen that the show is going to be the drizzling shit.
And on top of that, they just move people out of the way so they can still run more pyro on the sign. There's safety. Yeah, let's take it. Hey, we all move about 5 feet so the dripping flames don't fall on you. That was idiotic.
Mickie James,
just don't turn the fucking sign on no more. Might have been a good idea.
When Mickie was Alexis Lurie, was she with you in OVW? I can't remember.
Yes, Mickie James actually sat on my lap and kissed me on a show when we were doing. I think they were the DCW shows, and we had all the divas because they used to call them that back then.
Right.
They were competing. I was the booker on DCW, and I used to book all the matches. So the girls were battling to get on television on DCW, and we had Maurice, Alicia Fox, Natalya Neidhart, Beth Phoenix,
right?
Mickie James. Who am I leaving out? The girl, I think we called her Roku or Roka down here, and then she used to be on the Diva show. She's the hot looking brunette. Didn't really do much in the ring, but I think she got pregnant. And kind of, I can't think of her name, but she was Roka down here. And so we had 10 of the hottest women you could ever fucking find in OVW. Kelly was here during that time.
Beautiful.
And so I can't name all 10, but we had 10 of the hottest fucking women that most of them still have jobs. Yeah. And so it was kind of a shoot. They didn't know who I was going to pick to be on television to put in a main event title match. And so they're all working me. They're bringing me food. They're rubbing my shoulders. They're fluffing my hair and all this shit. So Mickie James, not to be upset, and I had no clue she was going to do this, and she might deny she ever did it. And we follow each other on Twitter. We write each other back and forth on Instagram and Twitter from time to time. I'd love to get her on the show, and I'm working on that. But she sits on my lap, puts her arms around me, and kisses me on the cheek during the show. I said, "We have a winner, ladies and gentlemen." No one knew who I was going to pick. I didn't know who I was going to pick. I was going to wait to see who impressed me because it didn't matter who I put in a title match. It was going to be a great, hot-looking girl who we were looking to get to the WWE. So Mickie went into business for herself. So she waited to see what everybody else was going to do. And then she sat on my lap, put her arms around me, and kissed me on the cheek. And I went, "Woo! We got a winner, ladies and gentlemen." And then all the other women are storming off. They're pissed because they thought they did enough to earn it. They thought they were better wrestlers than Mickie. And I think we had one or two that refused to do that shit because they were going to be picked on their morals and ethics. Well, that didn't fly. You know, morals and ethics ain't going to get you anywhere in the wrestling business.
Rosa Mendez. Okay, IB Retro says it was Rosa Mendez was the name.
Rosa, yeah, that was her WWE name. With us, she went by the name Roka, and she was one of my favorites. She actually, I helped get her a car in Lexington through Donnie Prater's Paul Miller Ford, and she went to dinner with us at Outback Steakhouse because we always ate free up there. And Roka was with us, and everybody thought Roka was my mother's daughter. And I said, "Oh, please no, because I got a crush on my sister if that's the case." But no, I loved her. She was a very sweet person. She had a boyfriend like in India or something when she was here that she was loyal to. She'd never met him, never seen him. She'd been with him for like 3 or 4 years, and then finally somebody smartened her up, and somebody impregnated her, and it wasn't the guy in India. So that's all I can tell you.
Josh, have you ever impregnated anyone?
No.
You ever tried?
Hell no.
You ever tried?
Hell no.
You ever accidentally impregnated anybody or anything?
Fuck no.
What about that? What about that goat next door? I heard some stories. I also heard 2 sheep talking out in the backyard. A couple of sheep got a lot to say.
Hell no.
As a matter of fact, the 2 sheep were talking to each other. And one of them said, "Josh Hinkle's a bad fuck."
Well, I'll be a bad fuck, but I'll say fuck.
You know,
no.
Hinkle once learned that if you back a sheep up against a cliff and try to have sex with it, that it will dig in so hard it won't fall off the cliff. Hinkle learned that all on his own.
Kenny, do you know Hinkle's Hank is from Pigeon Forge? You remember that? I told you that last time. Pigeon Forge,
get rid of Kevin. God damn, the trollers are busy tonight, man. Making all them Gmail.
It's a full moon.
Yeah, they got a
full moon.
Is it a full moon tonight?
Yeah.
They have to.
I want to comment. Listen, to Kenny, you're going to get interested in this because you were doing the pre-show while this was all going down.
I did the pre, and you were over there.
There was something interesting that happened in the business. Where the hell did a comic go? Kickflip Demon says, I still didn't see Brian Kendrick versus John Moxley, and the reason he brings that up was
that supposed to happen?
So let's listen to this shit.
All right.
Brian Kendrick was under contract at WWE yesterday. Okay, his contract ended this morning.
Okay,
AEW
and I know Brian. He used to manage one of my guys.
Okay, AEW signed him this morning,
and he was tag team partners with Paul London, right?
Right, Paul London. Yeah.
So I like Brian.
AEW signs him this morning. Books him in a TV match tonight. Probably biggest match he's had in years against John Moxley live on TV tonight.
I would say so. Yeah.
And
big for Brian.
And about 2 hours ago, they say that he is off the match because somebody named David Bixenspan dug up something he said in
David Bixenspan used to work on Cornette's show.
Okay.
And they kept promising to pay him, and the motherfuckers never paid him. The Cornette nor Brian Last would pay him for his work.
Yeah.
And he was pretty good at what he did. Brian Bixenspan, and I used to get into it with Brian all the time because he wanted to come on and say horrible things about me and turned into an angle. I said, "Well, no, you're not part of the show, so it's not going to be an angle." Okay. Yeah, I think me and Cornette are the show, and everybody else needs to shut the fuck up.
He dug this video up about him.
Yeah, I hear he's a pretty good investigative reporter, is what I've heard, and a lot of people don't like him. But I got no problem with David myself.
And then Tony, the boss at AEW, tweets.
So what did they find on Kendrick? What did they find?
He had some whacked out conspiracy theories, which isn't grounds for termination.
That's about 80% of the pro wrestlers. But go ahead.
Yeah, but what I would think did it was kind of borderline.
Doug, me and you are good. But don't be saying that about Josh. That's his private business. Don't post it. Don't read it. That's not nice. Don't say that about my friend Big Bang Hank. Big Bang Spank. He's trying to change his name to Big Bang Spank, and I'm not going to sit here and put up with it.
Doug, we're keeping you.
Don't say that. We're going to keep you, but
be nice.
No more about what Josh does in the shower. That's his business.
Josh, you cut a program.
Don't call him Big Bang Spank. I will not let that even be said on this show. I will not let anybody call him Big Bang Spank. I won't let it happen. It won't be said on this show.
Anyway, what I was saying was he's off the show tonight because apparently it was borderline anti-Semitic. So whatever he said.
Oh, well, Whoopi Goldberg laid that groundwork today. You heard about Whoopi, right?
Yeah,
Whoopi actually went on, and I haven't got to see it yet. So I record all the views. I record everything, guys. Yeah, I'm going to watch and see exactly what Whoopi said. I saw the highlights of it. The highlights didn't seem good. Because she thought because it wasn't. She thought because it wasn't white meat on dark meat that it wasn't racial. Well, I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, I think you can get. I mean, the way rich people treat poor people is pretty fucking pathetic, if you ask me. But so I'm going to watch that in its entirety. And then she went on Colbert. And apparently she thought she was on safe ice. She thought the ice was real thick, like that thick. And by the time she got off that show, she got 2 weeks off. I think 2 weeks off is a joke. They're just going to give her a paid vacation. She's going to take it easy for a couple weeks. If you really want to make a statement, you got to go 30 days, 90 days, no pay. She's just going to take this as a vacation. I think ABC is doing what they got to do to appease their audience.
Yeah.
Do something or do nothing. And they basically did nothing, in my opinion. Well, we're going to suspend Bolin from his own show for 2 weeks. Well, I've suspended myself for 2 weeks because I needed the fucking time off. Big fucking deal. Take my show away from me for 90 days, 120 days, 6 months, a year. Now you've done something. So I'm not too impressed with what ABC did. So go. Right. So you said borderline anti-Semitic. Normally, there's no such thing. It was either anti-Semitic or it was not.
I believe he was. Well,
Cornette's a borderline racist. Well, what makes him a borderline racist? Well, he called somebody the N-word. Well, no, that's not borderline, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. He said it 16 times. He meant it. He's just ashamed he got caught.
Yeah,
he meant what he said.
Right.
Go ahead.
Well, anyway, we got a kickflip demon.
It's just like when Mitch McConnell, the senator from Kentucky, the former majority leader. You heard what he said, right?
Yes.
Well, African Americans get as much
regular
Americans do. Yeah. Well,
he
meant what he said. He knows exactly what he said.
As it was coming out of his mouth is like the Archie Bunker inside of him. Like,
Jesus Christ. He's a turtle faced piece of shit. He eats at one of my friends' restaurants. If I ever get the chance, I'm going to slap him in the face so hard I want to watch that little turtle giggle. Just shake around his face is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start slapping some people.
Josh, what are your thoughts on Mitch McConnell?
Don't make me slap Doug Freeman for revealing what Josh Hinkle does in the shower. Don't make me slap you, Doug Freeman.
Doug says Hank has had 38 years. Oh, come on, Doug. Be nice. Come on. I know you love us.
Are you 38, Josh? Josh?
Oh, I'll be 39 in May.
39 in May. I'll be 62 in March. So we're about the same age. Yeah, you look at us, we look about the same age. So.
Yeah, you got the same.
Yeah, I'll be 39 in March mentally.
Yeah, basically.
So I got 99-year-old knees though, so that sucks.
So here's the thing, Kenny, and I wanted to bring this. So we're closing in on the show, and I wanted to bring this up.
We'll close in on the show when I say it's over. We could be going another 3 hours, but go ahead.
Yeah. So we could be going 7 hours.
Good. Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight, man. I got a little 2-hour nap before the show. I'm feeling good tonight. Looking good, feeling good.
What is our good friend?
I am an absolute paragon of sartorial pulchritude. Say it with me, Josh. Go ahead and say it.
You are a paragon of.
No, you fucked it up already.
I fucked it. Yeah. Oh well.
I'd never hand you the football because you'd fumble it every time. Go ahead.
Yeah, fumble, bumble. I know, Mr. King.
Bumblefuck. There you go.
Yeah, I'm Bumblefuck. Big Josh Hank.
Big Bag Hank.
Big Bag Fumble Hank.
Big Bag Hank and the Hank Smack.
Doug said he saw a cockroach board on the floor with the Hot Wheels skirt.
Did you hear that? Somebody just saw 4 cockroaches riding 4 of your Hot Wheels. Well, actually, they was riding 5. One cockroach had 2 cars.
You wasn't lying, Kenny.
No, I told you I wasn't lying. One cockroach was driving 2 cars. He was straddling it. He had a hand on one steering wheel, a hand on the other. Looked like he's riding 2 horses. I've seen that done before. I've seen people ride 2 horses. I'd never seen a cockroach ride 2 cars before, but one behind you was just doing it.
Josh, I
think the StreamYard logo blocked it.
Are there any rodeos in Pigeon Forge, Josh?
Not that I'm aware of.
The home of Dolly Parton.
Well, yeah. Well, that. Oh, I just got a Facebook status.
Dolly Parton just wrote you on Facebook. That's big.
Goldilocks.
What's Goldilocks? What's Goldie say?
Well, Goldie.
Give her my phone number, Josh.
No. Doesn't Goldilocks live in England?
No, she's in Nashville. Wait a minute.
Goldilocks. Russo used to have somebody named Goldilocks that was from England that used to help produce my shows.
Goldie has been on the show before, and
Is she as cute as me?
Not quite.
All right. Well, sorry, Goldie. Sorry.
No one's as cute as Kenny.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to be the one to
Big Josh, tell Goldie, she's watching right now, and tell Kenny about what you told me last month. The weight loss challenge. You dropped how many pounds did you lose, Josh? Tell us.
Well, I lost another, 50 pounds, I said?
Yeah.
50 damn pounds. How the hell did you do it?
Well, I'll tell you.
I quit drinking soda.
That's it.
Well, you see, I'm on vitamin water right now. I do drink one a day.
I drink sparkling ice water.
I do that a lot too, but I do the vitamin water because it was on sale at Costco, and I'm cheap motherfucker, so I bought the 30 bottles of vitamin water for like $10. So I bought that.
Yeah, I
still drink one soda a day because I got to have that flavor. So I drink that with my meal in the evening. So I still drink one soda a day. But now I'm going to reveal what Josh Engel did. He got you. He got you, Rue. He got you. He said, "Yeah, I dropped 50 pounds." You know what he did? He went down. He bought a 50-pound bag of rice and he dropped it. And I just dropped 50 pounds, man.
Yep.
That's what I do.
No, but in all seriousness, though, it helps me with more confidence.
I think Rue's on to you. He realizes you just dropped a 50-pound bag of rice.
I was curious to confirm.
50 pounds right here on the show.
Stop. Hold it, guys.
Did he just yell at me?
I think he did.
Yell at me,
Kenny. I think he did.
Mr.
Kenny, I think he told you to stop it.
Oh, all right, Spanky.
Sorry, Your Majesty.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better. Go ahead. You can interrupt me if you call me Your Majesty.
Okay, King. No, in all seriousness, I had to get rid of soda because I just got so sick drinking it.
Now, were you drinking the real shit or the diet shit?
I drank like the mix. It was like Coke. I drank like Coke Zero.
I have drank probably 5 real Cokes in the last fucking 20 years, but I was me and my son both were knocking out 6 a day of the zeros. And any doctor I've talked to said that ain't good either. But he said you may as well drink the sugar ones as the diet ones because they're both are horrible for you. Yep. So I'm glad you did that. I'm down to 1 a day, so you've done better than I have. And yeah, that 50 pounds, you got to feel better.
Oh yeah,
I don't feel you look any better. And the cockroaches are, there's more room for them now that you dropped 50 pounds.
Well, yeah, they'll be running the Daytona 500.
2 of them driving one car. I've never seen such a thing.
Make a Pixar movie about this.
Yeah.
We need a Pixar movie.
Pixar be all over that. Pixar's going to hear this tonight, just like when I invented the Ninja Turtles. They're going to hear this, and there's going to be some cockroach Hot Wheel car show coming up that's going to make $1 billion.
Wait, I have a question. I have a question, Mr.
Okay,
Bolin.
Go, Josh, go.
Ask Mr. King Bolin.
Yes.
Do you have any good Jerry Lawler stories?
That's an interesting question
that I can tell on the air.
Well, again, not Josh. Say non-sexual.
Well, non-sexual. I was listening to his podcast, and you were at his barbecue restaurant.
I was, yeah. Got arrested.
All right.
But it's like the story how
you guys had to kill a guard over a ham sandwich. They weren't going to give it.
You guys first met in the business and how everything came about.
Met Jerry Lawler in the back alley in the Louisville Gardens when I was 14 years old. Jerry said, I wish you quit telling that story. It don't sound good.
Yeah.
I met Kenny Bolin in a back alley when he was 14 years old. It just don't sound good.
Well,
the authorities wanted to have that information in 1974.
Now were you taking pictures? You were taking pictures or something?
No, right? Jimmy was a photographer. Fuck, I can barely take a picture today with an iPhone. More or less be a real photographer. Now Jimmy was a photographer. I was just a fan, and I was a huge Jerry Lawler fan. The first time I saw him on TV, probably in 1972, and then he went away for a little bit, and he came back in 74. And by that time, he came back as the king because the guy that he got the king gimmick from left the country for a while, and he gave Lawler his robe and his crown. So the first that looks identical to the one I have now, the crown Lawler started with. And so eventually the king of Memphis sent me a black crown that I sold to get weight loss surgery. I sold one of my briefcases, one of my crowns to a guy named Adam McNair and his wife for his birthday. They paid a large amount of money for the crown and the briefcase. So now the only one left is my red one and my original briefcase that I hit John Cena, Dave Bautista, Brock Lesnar, Randy Orton. I mean, every big name in the business has been hit with that briefcase, including did I hit Undertaker? No, they wouldn't let me hit Undertaker. I wanted to because I wanted that stare when I hit him with it because he's going to no sell it. We talked about it, but I didn't get to hit him with it.
I'll never forget when I saw him in NWAs and Skyscrapers. I knew he was going to be special when I saw him as a tag with at that day. Franny T in the chat says, "Evening, everyone. Just popping in to say hi, my good friend Franny."
Got here late. Franny, male or female?
Female, Francesca. She says, "I'm on the West Coast, so just getting off of work and about to head home. Sending
Franny,
sending
love.
Who's
the hottest and the sexiest, me or Big Spank?
Franny, who's the hottest and the sexiest? Is
it just bump bubbles your words to even say who's the hot? You know what the answer is.
My heart was
Rue had trouble
palpitating.
saying that with a straight
It's
face.
Kenny. It's the Kenny.
Franny says hi, Big Josh. Hope you're
Well,
well.
Josh is going to vote for me. What do you think Franny's going to do?
All right, we gotta block Mr. Jimmy here.
Well, hello, Fran. I just saw she mentioned my name there at the end there. How you doing, Franny? Nice to see you.
We're so this is what
Drive
this
safe.
Is a
Snowstorms and ice
this
storms
is a good
everywhere.
Kenny. I'm going to bring it up because we got to wrap it up soon, and by soon I mean 7 hours from now. So what I want to say is, Franny
we got to pace ourselves.
Yeah. So Franny is a friend of mine, and
right.
we have a mutual friend, and
yeah.
And Josh is going to kill me.
And we'll make this the last thing of the night.
Just go ahead.
No, I'm going to be.
This was supposed to be one fall with a 1 hour time limit. So out of courtesy for you guys, we'll make this the last thing we do.
Kenny, yeah, because I want to do this. I'm going to be civil about it, and I'm not going to be pissed off.
Ain't no sense being a dick. I mean,
so Franny and I had a mutual friend, and we all had mutual friends here. Josh, Kenny, and his name. It's a common denominator. We were all friends with Vince Russo, so that's how I
get rid of Midnight being a dick.
Midnight, get the hell out of here.
I mean, you read it. Do you read that as being a dick? Do you read that as being a dick?
I don't care.
He's gone anyway, so it didn't matter.
Brian D says Starmaker is wrestling royalty.
I can't argue with that. I got a crown. I
agree with that.
I gotta be honest. Big Josh would not be sitting here if it was not for Vince Russo. I would not be sitting here talking to you guys if not for Vince Russo. But we had a major falling out this past summer because basically, his writing partner.
Who had the major falling out? I want to
me and Vince.
You and Russo. Well, that's happened with Vince and a few people. So go ahead.
So it deals with a similar issue that we bring up, and it's dealing with basically politics. And I don't like to talk about it, but
I love to talk about it. You got the right guy. Yeah. You got the right guy.
So basically, what it came down to is, and I know where Vince stands.
Is this a record for most blocked people on his show? By the way, I'm sorry.
How many people did we block tonight?
Well, actually, it's probably only like 3 people. They just keep making these fucking things over and over. There's just mentally ill people that won't get help. So.
I'm gonna bottom line it instead of boring you with this awful story. But
no, go ahead. Go ahead and give me the story, and I'll give you my honest opinion. Because me and Vince are still friends, but he's been avoiding me since this vaccination.
Okay, so I wanted to. I'm glad you said that because that's one of the.
He wrote me, wished me a Merry Christmas, told me he loved me and he missed me, and he was looking forward for us doing a show again. I said, all you got to do is ask. Claimed he tried to call me, but he called the wrong number. I said, well, if you write me, you'll get the right number.
I'll be right back. I gotta take my dog out.
What's that, Josh? You going out?
I gotta take my dog out. I'll be right back.
Well, we can't have the dog shitting on the cockroaches. So
no, we
go
can't
ahead.
have that. All right, we can't have that. Brian D says Vince Russo seems like a selfish guy. Well, we don't know that for sure, but what I want to say is,
before you go, I think anybody who refuses to get vaccinated, and that includes some wrestlers I used to work with. If you refuse to get vaccinated based on politics and not because your doctor told you not to, you're being a selfish fuck.
So
I was just as much health risk as my wrestling friends and anyone else. Me and Russo are about the same age.
Yeah.
He's in better health than I am. I'll fucking promise you that. He ain't been in the hospital 4 times, predicted to die. Yeah. Anybody that refuses to get vaccinated over fucking politics is being selfish. And I will tell Russo that to his face if he ever wants to have that face-to-face conversation, because it's not all about you. Because I wear a mask when I go out, not to protect me, to protect anybody in case I'm asymptomatic. I know most people can't spell that, but in case I'm asymptomatic, because even being vaccinated, I could still carry it. I've never had a symptom one, and I've been around a lot of people that's had COVID, including my kid and my daughter-in-law and my ex-wife.
Right.
I wear the mask to protect me. I get vaccinated. I'm sorry, to protect you. I get vaccinated to protect me. Well, that's the selfish part.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I wanted to have a civil discussion with Vince. I didn't want to turn it ugly. Matter of fact, I said to him,
were you on his show, or was this just a private chat?
Well, I've been on his show for a year. I was on this. I did the Raw review with him. I was with. I've known him for a long time.
Okay.
Anyway,
I've been doing shows with him longer than me. I've been doing shows with Russo off and on for about 6 years, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm thinking to myself, how can I get this point across to him without being? Nobody wants to be lectured to. So I said,
and you're right. They don't, but I lecture anyway. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I said, Vince, can we please this was during the time when he was like really digging his heels in. Like he had hired some really strong anti-vax dickheads.
Yes, he did, and I wasn't happy about that either.
Yeah, and I said
and a couple of racists he added to his
yes,
network.
yes, exactly.
I wasn't happy about that either.
So and again,
and it wasn't just me calling them racist. People, black folks were writing me saying, "What the fuck is Russo doing?" I said, "What's he done?" I'd never heard of these guys, but everyone else was calling them racist. I said, "Well, if everyone else calling them that, then didn't take me to give them that label."
So I don't know what your relationship is with this guy, but he is.
What's his name?
I will say he's one of the sweetest people outside of, and he's apologized for this a million times over, and his name is Ed Ferrara, and he's apologized for Jim Ross and the impersonation.
I have never met Ed because Cornette hated him so bad it was forbidden for me to be friends with Ed.
Yeah, and I know what happened.
If I met Ed, I'd probably like him, and if he apologized for what he did, that's all you can do.
He apologized.
I've said and done things I've had to apologize for too.
I've known Ed for probably since early 2000s.
Do me a favor, tell him I said hello and that I'm sorry for all the shit between him and Jimmy. And if he was big enough to apologize for that bit, because it shouldn't have been done. Yeah. But you tell him I said hello, and I'm sure he knows who I am. And tell him I said hello. I
definitely will. And my point is, Ed is very like-minded to me and you. He's very we're on the same wavelength.
That shocks me actually, but I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, and so my genius plan, which shit the bed, was to contact Russo because maybe I'm a nobody. I'm hosting a podcast. I'm saying, Vince, listen, we have a mutual friend. It's Ed. Why don't you because I know how Ed thinks. I know he's the one that kind of opened me up to politics in general. I said, Vince, in a nice way, can we just off the record, me and you and Ed have a conversation about things and where you stand and what your opinion is? Because I just want to have a civil conversation. He blew off the effing handle. He says, "Bro, how dare you not respect my opinion? I can't have my opinion. Why don't you?" Here's what he said: "Why don't you just block me, bro? Get it over with and block me."
No, really.
I'm thinking to myself. Now, I don't know whether I triggered him. Now, here's what I want to say, Kenny.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to speculate, but I don't know what the relationship is between Vince and Ed right now.
I haven't spoke to Russo since I blocked, other than when he wished me a Merry Christmas. Yeah. I haven't spoke a word to Russo since I blocked Disco Inferno for spreading misinformation on Twitter. Right. I like Disco. Personally, he and I got along very good. We're total opposites politically. I don't know if you saw any of our shows. Yeah, we were very combative. Yeah, but I gave him as much rope and leeway as I ever give anybody. But when he repeatedly put out misinformation, killing people, killing people, I couldn't have him a part of my shows anymore. I couldn't have him associated with me on Twitter. And I want to get this. Spoke to me since I blocked him, and Russo, I don't think him and Disco speak anymore.
And I want to get this out there, Kenny, because I don't think people understand this. It's not just right and left. You don't want to talk to me because I'm of this side. When your side and your opinion actively, it puts people in danger.
Block Midnight. There's another stupid fuck. Block Midnight.
Yeah, Midnight. Medical advice from blah, blah, blah,
I've lost 260 pounds and got my shit together, motherfucker. So fuck you. And I'm triple vaccinated and I'm not spreading COVID everywhere I go. So fuck you.
Midnight. You can continue listening to your Alex Jones podcast and eating your.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Alex will tell you exactly what to do. He's got a medical degree. Make sure I might not have a medical degree, but I listen to people that do. You stupid fuck. All right, now go ahead. Sorry, big Spank Hank. Sorry about that.
Franny, I agree with you. Thank you, Franny, for saying that. But anyway, the point of it is, I really didn't want to turn it ugly, but we're not talking anymore.
I know, and I can tell by the way you're pitching the story, you didn't want any problems, you didn't want any heat, you just wanted to try to educate the boy a little bit. Russo doesn't have a science degree, nor do I, but I listen to people that do, and that's the difference. I don't get my medical information from Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I don't get it from the neighbor. I listen to 4 doctors at the University of Louisville. I listen to Sanjay Gupta. Yeah, he was on Joe Rogan, and he couldn't even smarten Joe Rogan up.
Yeah,
and these are some of the most respected professionals. And now we got people that want to kill Fauci because they change the information sometimes based on the information they have. When you have something brand new that keeps developing, why does it keep developing? Well, I got vaccinated and people are still getting COVID. Well, if you don't know how flus and viruses and things like that work, they seek out unvaccinated people and then they mutate and get stronger. Yeah. And as long as we got 30% of this population that are stupid fucks and refuse to get vaccinated. That's where the virus is going to go. Ask any doctor, any nurse you talk to, even these unvaccinated fucks that work in the medical profession, who's dying in the hospitals. 99% are the non-vaccinated. Do you want to be the 99% that are dropping dead because you're a stupid fuck, or do you want to be the 1% that is living that got vaccinated?
And it has nothing to do with politics. It has
nothing to do with politics. Do you want to live or die? Do you want to die?
Nothing.
And they had a cop. They had a cop, and then I'm going to let you finish your story. They had a cop. I wish I could think of his name. I watched the story on not the 11th hour with Brian Williams, but the show before that. And they dedicated the last 10 minutes of the show to a cop who was made a hero on Fox because he'd been a cop for 22 years.
Yeah.
And they made him leave the force because he refused to get vaccinated. So he made his last little post in his car with his little police microphone, and then he dropped the microphone and called somebody an asshole or whatever he did. And then he became famous. And let me finish. He became famous, and they started putting him on all the shows on Fox. Every host on Fox made him a hero. They had him on the show. Hey, man, wait for you, officer, whatever. Whatever's got, you can easily find it because he dropped dead yesterday of COVID at 50 fucking years of age. I'm 62. He refused to get vaccinated. They got him off the force. It was a good thing they did because he might have killed some other people. So it's a good thing they got him off the force. At least he wasn't able to spread it to everybody else. He was, bro, I'm getting job offers. I'm a hero. I'm a legend. I'm getting all kinds of great offers for money. I'm going to be richer than I was as a cop. And now he's fucking dead because he's stupid. And let me quote Jerry Lawler for you. I don't feel sorry for stupid people. So he's gone. I feel bad for his family. But let me tell you something further. They made him a fucking hero when he was anti-vax. Everybody at Fox News is vaxxed. Every fucking one of them are triple fucking vaxxed. Every motherfucking one of them. Sorry, Hank. Rupert Murdoch flew to London to get the vaccination before we could get it here. That big fat old fuck flew across the goddamn in a Concorde or whatever he flew in so he could get vaccinated ahead of everybody else. And then his network puts out misinformation that's fucking killing people for ratings because you got cult followers that believe the Trump. And now Trump is telling you to get vaccinated and you're booing him because you're stupid fucking people. So everybody at Fox is vaccinated, from Hannity to fucker Carlson to the whole Laura Ingraham. Every motherfucking one of them are vaccinated, and they made a hero out of this guy. He dropped dead. Guess what Fox didn't do? They never mentioned one word about him. He's got a GoFundMe page to support his family. Do you know how much money the GoFundMe raised? And every one of these people I'm mentioning at Fox are fucking multimillionaires. Yeah. He got $7,600. It might be more now. You know why? Because MSNBC says I'm donating. Personal announcers over there, they don't like what he stood for. They don't like what he did, but it ain't his family's fault. So I guarantee you, if it's above $7,600 today, it's because people like me, people like MSNBC, people like CNN feel sorry for him and donated to where Fox News didn't donate.
Absolutely.
Shit. Murdoch, a multi-billionaire, didn't donate shit. So you know what they did? They found 4 non-vaxxers that were still alive, and they start pumping their shit. They didn't mention anything about the guy who died, and they didn't donate a fucking penny. That's your Fox fucking News for you. Fuck Fox News. Fuck the non-vax that refuse to do it for politics because you're killing people. And now that family doesn't have anybody to support them. The only income they had was this stupid fucking police officer who blew Trump and now won't even believe what Trump tells him now. He dropped his little microphone and he's dead at age 50. So I hope that smartens some of you up.
And with that, I
don't feel sorry for stupid people. Continue with Russo's story.
And with that, I say amen. I just want to bottom line.
I don't know if I'm the best, but I'm one of them, Mr. Freeman.
Damn good promo. That's all I got to say. But before I finish up with that, let me catch up with these here. Bolin is huge and monumental.
When did Josh become a mute? When I'm on the show.
Jamming music, James, my good friend James, jamming music man. What's up, brother?
There ain't going to be no giggle pickles on any show that I'm on. So stop that shit, boss man.
Giggle pickles. What the hell's that? Archfiend. What did you say? When did you? Okay, I see. Somebody said earlier. He wants Josh to stand up. He says
block Arch. So he thinks Fox is your legit source who won't help this cop that died. He dropped dead of COVID, so they block his fucking ass. Stupid.
Yeah, he's going. All right, guys. So let's lighten it up. Let's lighten up the mood.
I like the mood I'm in right now. Let's do more of this.
Bottom middle.
This is where the ratings are. Nobody wants to see a light mood.
A lot of middle show. So Monumental, I believe, is tied to the what is that show? The Get My What, Josh? The Get My Huh?
I
You
have
do
no
have to
idea.
understand that at least 70% of wrestling fans are Trump supporters.
Yeah,
They believe
absolutely.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
So
I come
Kenny,
from a business supported by 70%. No wonder it's hard for me to get the big numbers. I've pissed all of them off. I don't care. Let me explain something to you. I could wake up with 5 followers tomorrow as long as there are 5 smart people that get it.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay live. Guess what? I want you and Josh. Josh, I want you to take the reins. I gotta take a leak. Take the reins for a minute.
I did a 5-hour show last night, never went to the pisser once, but go ahead.
Jesus, what the hell?
Well, Mr.
Go ahead,
Bolin,
Josh.
uh,
He should have
we
kicked
talked,
himself out, and then me and you would be double screened, but he didn't do that.
well, okay.
He's
Here's
brand
the
new. He
question.
doesn't know.
We talked about, like our crushes. Me being Gold. Well, I like Goldilocks.
Well,
and-
mine's behind my shoulder. Little Miss Oscar. I love Oscar. She's a sweetie.
Well, there's another one. I like Oscar too, and Gail Kim
And
was
Kareem
my-
Sane. I was hoping she was going to be in the Rumble. I love her. I have an Asian thing. I mean, my last 3 girlfriends have been Filipino, so it's.
I'm half Korean.
Are you half
myself.
Korean?
Yeah, my
Half
mom was
jackass,
Korean.
half jackass, half Korean. That's all right. I can do that.
Half Jack. Oh, well, I should have been prepared tonight.
You
I
should have
wore
been
a
prepared.
cup.
You know how these things are going to go. Nutter butter. You know how they're
Well,
going to go.
I know you busted my balls. It's all good, clean
Well,
fun.
At
That's all they
at
got.
least I ain't licking them. You got that going for you.
Oh, will you stop? I just want to say one thing. You're one of a kind. I always enjoyed watching the Ballin' Alley. Just everything you done for the business, and I really appreciate everything you done.
You work on the Russo Network quite a bit, right?
A while back, but unfortunately, just like
Did you get labeled with the other shit? Did you get run off because you had an opinion?
No, I don't want to talk about it because I'm in therapy right now too.
Okay.
I'm in the middle of therapy, and my
fair
mental health hasn't been good for the last 6 months.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough.
But
I talked to one of my fans out of suicide a few days ago, and I had her on the show last night. And her name is Jelly Bean. We call her Jenica Jean Jelly Bean. And I had her on the show last night because 2 days ago I talked her out of suicide. And my son deals with anxiety and depression, and he's been suicidal most of his life. So it really touches home with me. And I had her on the show last night. She wanted to come on and sing a song. And Eunice was on and sing a song. And Eunice said she suffered with depression. She's only 15 years old. I had her on my show. I let her sing some songs. I let her show her artwork. Eunice says we probably saved her life. Jelly Bean says we probably saved her life. So yeah, I'm a scam artist. Yeah, I scam fuck you all. Fuck all of you.
Let me get a couple comments. I think the ratings went up once I left.
I told you to kick stuff out of the screen. We'd take this.
Josh,
show
Kenny, I think
but to finish up, I'm talking about a very important
go.
thing here. I talked Jelly Bean out of suicide a couple of days ago. She wrote me last night after I had her on the show and let her sing a couple of songs. She's got a beautiful voice, 22 years old. She comes from a family of 12, and I've helped her family a few times with food, rice, tarps, various things to help them. And she wrote me, she says, "Oh my God, Kenny, I didn't know so many people loved me." Because my show, I mean, we were all crying. I was crying talking to her. She was crying, me telling her story. Eunice was crying because she knows what I did for her and her family. And I think they're both watching the show right now. And it was a great moment. Yeah, I was sitting there crying like a baby on my show last night because this girl was saved because somebody cared about her. And Josh has people that care about him. Josh's been around. I've been seeing Josh since my early days on the Russo show 5 years ago. Josh's been around a while.
Yep.
And I'm sorry you're going through this. Most of the people that watch my show suffer some type of anxiety, depression, or whatever. That's why they watch the show. I get all the letters, and it's amazing how many letters I get. But the sweetest one I ever got was from Eunice, thanking me for all. And basically, I bought $20 worth of milk for the family. And now, obviously, I'd done way more than that earlier. But she says, for me to have a need so small, we didn't have the money for. And all of us kids, a couple of us have ulcers. Mom's got gallstones, and we have to drink milk. And you found out we needed milk. We didn't ask you for help. You just sent it. You helped me create a PayPal account when you helped me the first time. And just out of the blue, we wake up and we've got 1,000 pesos in our account to go buy milk. Because I told you I was going to buy 180 pesos worth of milk because that's all I had money for. I said, well, don't do that. How much? So I found the price list of what the milk cost. And I'm not trying to be a hero or anything for $20 worth of milk. But we paid their electric, we paid their water, we bought 200 pounds of rice for them because she rescued 15 dogs. Her family's struggling. She rescued 15 dogs from bad homes, and they all run around the house. They're all smart. They all do what they're told. There's 5 cats, 15 dogs. One of them just had puppies. That's why they got 15. They had 9. They got 15 now. And so I do everything I can to help these people. And man, when one of my fans is going to commit suicide, I don't want to live no more. Nobody loves me. People hate me. I don't want to be in this world anymore. And I had to spend about an hour with her trying to talk her down and explain, hey, not only am I going to miss you, but your mom's going to miss you. You know, your mom loves you. You know, your dad loves you. You got 3 brothers and sisters there that live with you right now. You got 12 that are in and out of the house all the time. You don't think they're going to miss you? I said, well, let's think of them before we do this.
Absolutely.
You know, is it really that bad? Tomorrow's going to be better. You know, the one thing I've learned with my son, tomorrow's going to be better. Whenever I have a bad day, tomorrow's going to be better. And then the next day is going to be better than that. So that's, you know, I know we went way over, but that story needed to be told. If you're suffering from mental illness, depression, anxiety, and you need help, fucking Rue will help you. Josh, he's dealing with it. He'll do what he can. I'll do what I can. Contact me on my show.
Yeah, no,
I have somebody to talk to you, man. We're all ears. We'll listen to you.
Absolutely. I've had an anxiety disorder since I was 11. So, you know, it's a real thing. And Josh deals with
Josh's sister out on a date.
What's this now? Somebody says in the comments, Chandler, Kenny, can you take Josh's sister out on a date?
I don't know Josh's sister, and my 75,000 Filipino girlfriends might get upset about that.
Yeah.
It's hard to entertain 75,000 women, but I do what I can.
Who is this Doug Freeman? He knows your sister's name. Her name is Laura. Laura Bolin sounds good.
No, you don't, because I don't have a sister named Laura Bolin, but it's a great name, but she's not my sister. I have a sister named Janice Risen. I've got a sister named June Risen. I have a sister named Stacy Stallings, and I have a Stacy named Karen Stallings. That's from my biological father, who was the leader of the KKK, who I don't speak to anymore.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
Kenny, get your since we're about a half an hour and a half in, let's get your plugs in. Where can people find you on the internets? And also tell us about, if you didn't already while I was taking a leak, tell us about that fund we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, it's the easiest thing in the world. And of course, I would appreciate if both of you empty your bank accounts and help out my charity. I want you to starve so my people can eat. Josh. So, and I want you to sell all them fucking Hot Wheels too. They just, God damn, we got a weather alert over there with the ice storm on its way.
And Amber Alert.
Amber Alert. Well, give the kid back and turn your phone off. Crying out loud.
Give him back, Josh.
Josh got an 8-year-old chained up in the basement down there. Come on.
No, stop.
All right. That might not be true.
Anyway, Kenny, continue with the plugs.
StarmakerBowling@gmail.com. You can donate to my charity to help feed Filipino families in need. It's a big scam. Of course it is. We feed Filipino families, help them with their needs, electric, water, whatever their needs are. We try to be a big help in that. I've been doing it on my own for 7 years. I've been getting donations on my show the last 2 years. We appreciate that because we can do a hell of a lot more. We raised over $500 last night. We're going to try and raise $500 more Thursday night because Bob Hazelwood is matching the first $200 in donations. Kenny Bolin at MSN.com. Those are the 2 PayPal. You can donate on Cash App at $ Starmaker Bolin. You can even donate now on Venmo at Kenny-Bolin-1. They gave me that. I didn't pick it. You can find me on the Bolin Alley. Shit, I'm in such a mood tonight. I might do a post show tonight. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Damn good. And before we get out of here,
in all the social medias, Facebook /Starmaker Bolin, Twitter @Starmaker Bolin, Instagram Starmaker Bolin. Pretty easy to find me.
With that said, we got one quick final question for Kenny, and I'm going to take it from James. He says, a quick question. Did you ever work for the USWA back in the 90s?
I technically didn't work for them. I was involved with a lot of shows. I was backstage at a lot of shows, but technically I never worked for them, but I worked with most of their guys at the Louisville Gardens when we formed OVW and got our WWE developmental agreement. I worked with most of those guys, but I was never officially hired by USWA because Cornette cock-blocked me on that, and Jerry Jarrett will vouch for that. Jerry Jarrett is mad at Cornette to this day because he says all the money I could have made with the promos between you and Jimmy trying to be the top manager on my show. He says Jimmy Hart and Jimmy Cornette never had that chemistry. They never had that. You and Jimmy were naturals at hating each other, both being heels and both wanting the same thing, and people would have paid big money to see you two battle to see who was going to be the top manager in Memphis. And he said he robbed me of that because he never told me you even wanted to be in the business. Bill Dundee said, God dang it, Kenny Bolin, if I'd have known you wanted to be, I'd have got you in. I said, Cornette never mentioned me in all the years he was with you guys. He said, I rode up and down the roads with Cornette all the time. The only thing he would talk about is just all your funny stories. He never mentioned once you wanted to be in the business. I said, well, bless his. And Jimmy told me he was working on. Jimmy never wanted to share the stage. He didn't like sharing the stage with Jimmy Hart because Hart was Lawler's guy. Jimmy was Dundee's guy. So Jimmy got the B shows. Hart got the A shows. Hart made all the money. So that's why Jimmy was happy to get out of there, because then he got to be a bigger fish in a bigger pond. Bob Hazelwood, my co-host of my show, who matched $200 in donations last night, by the way, and he's doing the same thing Thursday, says, good show, fellas. For Bob Hazelwood to come in here and tell you it's a good show. Oh, and he's also the reason the trollers can't get on my show anymore, because he knows he negotiated a deal with StreamYard and YouTube to where the trollers have to pay to be on the show. I love it.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely. And that started. I gotta get the grand total of people I blocked tonight. It's got to be in the dozens and dozens of trolls, dozens of unwashed masses.
We didn't lose anything.
I want to.
Oh, okay. We already read that one. Okay,
yeah, I want to thank the great Kenny Bolin tonight for coming on the show again.
You should thank me. You should worship me.
I want to thank.
I'm doing it.
I want to thank Just Josh Hinkle, aka Big Josh Hinkle. Formerly Big Josh Hinkle.
Show me your appreciation by a PayPal donation after this show. Whatever you got in your bank, send me 50 more than that.
Well, he is Big Bank Hank.
No, I'm talking to you, Rue. I know you're the money guy. You're bigger Bank Hank.
I'll throw you a few Nutter Butters. We'll see.
I'd like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody who watched us tonight, thank you so much.
This is there's no ladies and gentlemen. Just trolls and bulls.
Trolls and inbreds.
You said it, not me.
Thank you guys for watching tonight. And we've gone over
Josh, me and you, we ain't got 6 teeth between. Look at that mouthful of teeth he's got. I'm jealous of that already. Look at all them teeth. I'll smack him in the mouth. I'm going to take some of those teeth next time I see him.
Oh God! Take a super kick or two. But thank you guys for tuning in. We got to get out of here. I think Josh, have you gone the whole time without taking a leak?
No,
I've done 19 hours on live camera without going to the bathroom.
What do you got to have a jar under there?
No. I just have an unbelievable. I used to drive to the towns. I'd drive 12 hours back and forth and never go to the bathroom once. I don't know what it is, but I can't go to bed if I lay down. 4 hours later, I got to pee. I can sit here and do a podcast for 19 hours and never have to go. I don't know what it's beyond science. I don't have an answer for you, but I just never have to go.
For Starmaker Bolin, for the one and only just Josh Hinkle. For myself,
goodbye to Ted DiBiase's kid. He loves us.
Oh, thank you, Justin DiBiase. I believe he is a descendant of the $1 Million.
2 more live shows. There you go. Well, they can't have me every show. They're going to suck if I ain't on. But other than that,
for anybody, if you're sticking around this long, maybe we will do some more.
How do you tune in and hear this shit and leave? I mean, trust me, that's why the trolls are here. This is
I don't know. After an hour and a half. Josh, I think, since Demon Johnny V isn't here tonight, Josh, you want to do your old gig and take us out tonight?
Take us out.
Take us out.
Well, of course, we'll catch y'all on the royal flip side, everybody. King Bolin deuces.
Now we do it one more time with some enthusiasm. You got to put a little. I'm gonna need you to do a little.
Like the cameras are rolling and this is a live.
I realize.
This man wouldn't give you a second take. You'd been fired, so we're gonna give you a second take.
Okay, you're fired. Okay,
take 2 in 3, 2.
You're welcome, Doug.
Catch y'all on the flip side, everybody. Deuces.
That's a little better.
All right, that's good enough. Cheers, guys. I will see you real soon.
We said good day.
Good day to you too.
Yeah. Hallelujah.